back to my channel. In this video, I have a story to tell. A story about how I caused damage to my locks. And that resulted in me losing 6 locks. Now to some of you, 6 locks is not that much, but I love my locks. So losing 1 lock is an issue. But losing 6 locks on my watch, there's a problem. So yes, I'm going to tell you guys how I caused damage to my locks and that resulting to losing 6 locks. And hopefully you guys will do as I say and not do as I do. All right, so let's get into the video. So it all began when I was due to retighten my locks. And life got so busy, things were happening, and I kept pushing that date back, pushing it back, pushing the date back. Mind you, I didn't even schedule an appointment, so. And then I know how to retighten my hair, but I have a full head of hair. So at first I was like, you know what, it's taking so long, I'm just gonna do it myself. But after I just did the first 2 fronts, I gave up because that took me forever. That took me days. So you know what? I didn't retighten it myself. I didn't retighten the whole head of hair. But even with that retightening, you know, I retightened the fronts. I felt, you know what? I have some time. I bought myself more time. So, you know, I can push it back a little bit more. So I kept pushing it. And then it became, what, 3-4 months in between retightens. So yeah, that wasn't a good idea. That wasn't a good plan at all. So I kept pushing back my retightening schedule, and then eventually when I did decide to go and have my hair retightened, I went to a different loctician from my regular loctician, and they used a different tool to retighten my hair, and their technique was their technique. It wasn't what I would regularly use. All right, so they did their thing, and I noticed that it was different. Like how it felt, how my hair felt was different from usually feel when I'm done with my main loctician. And also the look was different as well. So I knew that, yeah, definitely they use a different method in retightening my hair. And their tool was different from what I'm used to when I go to my regular loctician. But before I jumped a stage, so before the retightening piece, going in for the actual retightening appointment. So my hair is usually like let down, or if it's styled, it's a simple style, because right now I'm not doing a lot with my locks until they're fully locked. This is based on advice from my loctician. But anyway, but in between the retightening, I would switch my hair with water. Then I would also rake my hair. You know, they would say rake my hands through my hair. It helps with avoiding the locks from marrying, and so from joining, right? So once in a while you rake your hands through your hair, or when you do in the morning when you're doing a refresher to your locks, you rake your hands through your hair after spritzing your hair with water. That's what I did anyways. But that's actually not a good idea when you are far in between retightening, because then you have new roots and they've grown out a lot. Now your lock is kind of like hanging on roots that are not retightened, roots that are kind of loosened. So raking your hands through your hair could result in you actually pulling your roots, cutting hair off of that particular lock strand. And then eventually, if you keep doing that, if you keep pulling, or if you keep raking, and also depending on how you're raking as well, if you're not gentle with it, if you just rake through, you know, sometimes I do that. I just rake through my hair, rake my hands through my hair. But if you're not gentle with the process of when you're raking and loosening whatever needs to be loosened, you can end up pulling at your roots and then cutting strands, hair strands, and then that lock becoming thinner at the root, and eventually maybe falling off or hanging by a strand of hair. So that is something that did not occur to me at that time. Oh, maybe it did, I just didn't think about it, you know. Anyways, but yes, it makes sense to me now after the fact. What I did that contributed to my locks getting damaged. So that is something I wanted to mention. So I was raking my hands through my hair frequently, and being that far in between retightening schedules, that was not a great idea. Yeah, that's something I wanted to mention. Now back to going to retighten my hair, going through a different loctician, and them using a different tool, and then all that stuff. I felt good after the retightening, but I noticed that my hair got, what should I call it? Frizzy? Yeah, it got frizzy fast. Like it looked old fast in terms of, when I retighten with my regular loctician, the hair usually looks neat. Everything looks, you know, put together. The roots look put together for a longer period of time before I am due for the next retightening. But with this loctician that I went to, based on the different technique and the tools that they use, my hair the roots anyways, looked untidy faster than it would normally look. So that definitely should have been a red flag for me to know that something was up. So I kept my regular, actually, and this time around I also still kind of like pushed back my retightening with my regular loctician after I had retightened with this new loctician, and that also added even more fuel to fire. So eventually I did get to my retightening appointment with my regular loctician, and when she looked at my hair, when she just went through my hair to just see, okay, what's up? She hadn't seen me in a while, so she wanted to go through my hair, just look at it and just know, okay, to have an idea of what she was looking at, right? And then she started pointing out she did a video, and I have a video to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the before I went to her, like what it was before she retightened my hair, the damage that had happened, and I will show you what she did, how it looks after she was done with it, because she had to repair, conjoin some locks and whatnot, and you know, some locks came off. Unfortunately, some locks. From this story is number one, do not push back your retightening schedule far too long. Now I understand life gets busy and you may not be able to get to that appointment. That's fine, understandably, but don't push it for too long. Get to it as soon as you can get to it, especially if some people, their roots grow up fast, like new roots grow off, so the hair grows fast, you know, so especially if your hair grows fast, you don't want to push it up for too long. So that's number one. And number two is, when raking your hands through your hair, if you are far in between your retightening schedule, if you're far in between retightening, be careful how you rake your hands through your hair. If you're gonna do that, don't do it too forcefully, do it gently when you are raking your hands through your hair. That is something I strongly recommend. Being careful when you're raking your hands through your hair. The third thing is, when you do retighten, try to go to someone that knows your hair, that has been consistent with locking your hair. And even if you do have to go to somebody else, try beforehand maybe to inquire, can they accommodate your preference and whatnot. So kind of get some information as to the approach they take to retightening hair, so that you know your locks, which you've invested so much time and love and patience in, does not get damaged. You don't unravel the good work you have done so far. So guys, yes, please do your due diligence in general when it comes to loc maintenance, so that you can avoid it. You know what, losing 6 locks, no, I wasn't happy with that at all. Even though I have a full head of hair, but still, these locks, I have been very, what should I say, I have put in my sweat into maintaining and flourishing these locks. So I want to see the best, and I don't want my efforts to be that which, you know, causes damages to them. So yeah, so I wanted to bring this to you guys and share with you, you know, things that you could possibly do that could lead to damages to your locks, and not to do them. You know, learn from me, do as I say, don't do as I do. So yeah guys, so that's it for this video. If you have any tips as well that someone else who watches this video could find helpful, please drop them down in the comment section so that they can see it and possibly know not to do that as well. And yeah, and also if you just have anything you like to share as well, just please put them down in the comments. And I do have other videos on loc maintenance and also some hairstyles as well, just some casual hairstyles. Please go through, don't hesitate to go through my videos, my shorts as well. And please like the video, please subscribe, share if you found this video helpful. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.